this is how we get down. Can you feel it? Can you feel it in the air? Oh, you can smell it. The grass, the dirt, everything, the hot dogs, the nachos, the drinks. You can feel it all today on, let me check my notes, Wednesday, March 25th. The hardcore rivalry between the Yankees and the Giants reemerges as Major League Baseball has opening day. One game today, a full slate tomorrow. We'll get into all of it coming up over the course of the next 60 minutes. This is Coach and Company. If you're brand new to our little show here on the Stadium Network, we're on Prime Video, DirecTV, YouTube TV. Also, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, hit the like button on the way in, and you can chat away. We got Kimberly's usually in there, and she'll handle business, but we like to be as completely interactive as we possibly can. Now, I told you yesterday, because we had a bad day on Monday. So I said, if we go at least 5-3, and Peyton, you owe me cash money, because that's exactly what we did. So a winning day is all that we want. One of our little models here at the show. Just win more than we lose. And yesterday we did exactly that. So producer man, our esteemed producer, is not here today. He had a family commitment. So we will be doing our giveaway on Thursday when he comes back, because he knows how to run the wheel, and quite frankly, I do not. Now, in addition to what we have here in the next 60 minutes, we've got March Madness, thumbs up, thumbs down for Friday's game. Also, it's Wednesday, which means we've got our F-Day rants. I love Rant Wednesday, but all of our on-demand content is absolutely blowing up. For you pro wrestling fans, we have the Coach and Bro Show on demand. We have episode number 2 of The 2 Count with me and JD. That is live in your feed at our Behind the Turnbuckle YouTube page right now. So we have 4 big shows, including, well, I'll introduce the last show here in a second, because the host is part of our show this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm ready for another winning day, another positive day. It's opening day. So let's beat the books. Oh, look at this motley crew today. And by the way, I see Bruce in the chat. We'll get you some overs. Don't even worry about it. We'll get you some overs. All right, now, I've got some thank yous to throw out before we even get started. The man with the shadows all over his face, coming out of the doldrums, doing double duty. And it is not lost on me. He's producing and he's talent on the show. Raphael Clapp for our man, Mikey P. Good morning, Mikey.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, guys. Hey, happy opening day, but night, and we can only watch it on Netflix. Major League Baseball is back. I'm here for it. I'm super excited and happy to pull double duty. Move over, double D.
Somewhere dirt sheet dancing. No, he will not take my job. Not today. Now, speaking of the Yankees, sometimes things just work out. Our biggest Yankees fan in the world. But also now, all of a sudden, he's the host with the most, and he has the biggest numbers the last word has ever had at BTT. Who would have known? Ladies and gentlemen, the DMs are open. Say good morning to my man, Big Tommy C. What's good, big boy? What's good?
What's happening, Coach? What's happening? Wake the kids, phone the neighbors. The last word is back, baby, and I love it.
I got to be honest with you, Tommy. I got to be honest. When we were going to bring it back, just in my head, I said, well, Gabby's going to be the host. That was just the obvious thing. And then you just stepped in and said, I'm hosting. And all of a sudden, look what you're doing. You and Gabby are on fire. Raphael joins you from time to time. Yeah. But I am shocked at how good you host. Are you shocked at yourself?
Yes, I am shocked. But I work at it every day, Coach. I look in the mirror. As much as I don't want to look at this big fat head, I have to. And I just keep going over stuff. And I try to learn from you and trying to get better every day, dude. Just keep the grind going, man. BTT Studios.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. And finally, he's our numbers guy. He has so many different roles here at the brand, but very, very important no matter what he's doing. Say good morning to Raphael Esparza. Good morning, Raphael.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, family. Yes, it's opening day, but let's face it, tomorrow is opening day because the Cubs play tomorrow.
You know what came through my feed late last night? My Instagram feed was a video of Chris Coughlin. Is it Coughlin? Where he was talking about getting cut by the Cubs, brought back as a minor leaguer. Got me so pumped for today. Never say die. It can never be over. Never stop the grind. You keep going no matter what. When everybody else is falling off, we take a step forward, which is exactly what we're going to do today. I'm feeling the vibe. I'm feeling the energy. Are you guys? That was terrible. Okay. So, 5-3 yesterday. We owe a piece of merch on the Brolette wheel. That will be tomorrow. But today I have one very simple question for. Damn, you old farts. You let the young cat. You guys weren't even close. Like, not even close. All right, Mikey P, my producer extraordinaire. Best bets. Go.
Well, I wanted to get on Tommy's good side today, so I got a few Yankee plays here. I'm going with Aaron Judge, 2 or more total bases. It's really this simple. The man is known for hitting bombs. All he has to do is hit a bomb, and we'll cash this ticket. And then Max Fried, over 5.5 strikeouts. It's plus money. He averaged about 6.8 last year. I looked at the Giants lineup, and I saw Rafael Devers and nobody else. So I'm good. I'm good with Max Fried lighting up that Giants lineup. And then I know you and Tommy, Coach, are the big wrestling guys here, Rafael as well. So I don't really always get to sit with the cool kids at the table. I had one opportunity to do this. FAF5. On the first 5 money line. I think this is a clean sweep for the Yankees tonight. I think they win big.
By the way, and we've had so many things happening here at the brand, a few things have fallen off the table. We are an official affiliate of WWEshop.com. So if you guys want to get your FAF5 shirt, you can buy it through us. Helps us grow. Let's do it. Now, Big Tommy, my man, Kiss Up Mountain is in full effect this morning. And by the way, as long as you don't put Aaron Judge in the postseason or the WBC, he's good to go. He's good to go. So, Big Tommy, a little, everybody say it with me, synergy. So bad. All right, Big Tommy, one play, and I didn't even need to look at the page today to know where you were going. Explain yourself.
Well, Coach, it's opening day. It's a level playing field. And guess who's starting opening day on Netflix? It's not the Mets. It's not the Cubs. It's not the Red Sox. It's the New York frickin' Yankees. And you know why? They're still the elite team here in baseball. I'm taking the Yankees money line minus 123. Big Tommy C. Note fact here. The Yankees have won each of their last 6 games against NL opponents. I think it's going to be a big win today. I agree with Mikey P. I think there's going to be some serious runs scored today, and hopefully it's going to be the Yankees because all the Giants have is Devers and nobody else. So let's go Yankees and start this season off right with a big win on Netflix.
Wow, look at that big old fat smile. He's like, yeah, I'm Big Tommy C. I got it. They all want me. I don't need Coach anymore. Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, Rafael, my guy. 2 big plays last night. A nice little New Mexico hit. Their offense was incredible. We're going right back to the well tonight. Go.
First, I want to say, if you want to bet the Yankees, wait. Giants money has been coming in all morning. So you could probably get minus 115 or less because I do believe the Giants action will come in throughout the day. My play, we're going to college basketball first. The NIT, the Nevada Wolfpack. Give me them team total over 72.5. Their last 10 games, 8 of them have gone over the total, and they're averaging almost 79 points per game. They're going to control the tempo, and we saw it last night with New Mexico. We're going to see the same conference, Mountain West, put some points on the board. Give me Nevada team total over. Give me the NBA. These 2 teams aren't running to the winner to go to the playoffs, but they are going to be running back and forth on the court with no defense. Give me Bucks Blazers, both teams to score over 107.5 at plus 120. Defense will be nowhere to be found. And we all know if the Blazers hit the 3-ball early, their games fly over.
Man, I got to tell you that when the Bucks are 12-point dogs to Portland, you know your season is over. Sad state of affairs. Giannis, we barely knew you. All right, gentlemen, as you can see, I was motivated today. I've got a lot of picks. And sorry, Bruce in the chat, I only got one over, but it's a really, really good one. So we're going to start with the Thunder on the money line because I wanted to go head-to-head with the fandom of one Mikey P and Big Tommy C. Yeah, they're both Celtics fans. But tonight, in their own house, just like the other night when they lost to the Timberwolves, they're going to lose again. You got Monday Night Raw Monday. You got the Thunder tonight. It used to be that way with WCW. Then, Wizards, Jazz. We're going to go over 240.5. The Wizards are an absolute over machine. The Jazz, a very willing dance partner. This thing will get into the 250s, sweat-free. Then the Lakers continue their road trip. They're going to be in Indiana, taking on the Pacers. I don't think that Luka is going to keep his string going of 30-plus point performances. So who's going to pick up the slack? Well, it's going to be that white boy, Austin Reeves. I love when some of those shows, that white boy, he good. I was hanging out with a lot of guys from old black movies last weekend. So over 23.5, minus 108. Then the Texas Open, by the way, news of the day. Scottie Scheffler has pulled out. He has family commitments, so the number one player in the world will not be playing this week. But I have two tournament plays. Pearson Coody over Rasmus Højgaard. Pearson Coody played at the University of Texas. He's going to be motivated. He's having a really good season. I think he's going to have a good week this week. Basically a home game for him. And then Gary Woodland over JT Poston. He really got a lot of emotion off of his shoulders the last couple of weeks when he did the interview about the PTSD he has been dealing with since brain surgery about a year and a half ago. So I think last week he played really well, and I think this week he plays. Also, I'm fading JT Poston because let's be honest, he just hasn't played very good golf here in 2026. So that's 1, 2, 5, 6, carry the 2, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 plays today. So, gentlemen, what do we think the number should be for a merch giveaway, a possible double dose on Thursday? 11 picks.
8 and 3.
8 and 3?
Yeah.
We need to challenge ourselves. All right, 8 and 3. And we will bust out the Coach and Brolette wheel on Thursday's show. Tommy, real quick, while we have a minute, you're going head-to-head with another member of the BTT family. And that, of course, is Vince Russo, who is a gigantic Giants fan. And we just announced that this coming Tuesday, our very first watch-along, and you're going to be a part of that. And we're going to be doing Rock Hogan WrestleMania 18, a match he was never seen and I was a part of. How excited, Tommy, 20 seconds for being a part of our watch-alongs month to month.
Oh, I can't wait for this, Coach, because I was ringside for a lot of history at WWE, as you know, and I'm putting my matches together now, and I'll get it together with you. And I think in the month of April, it's going to be me, and I can't wait to do it to explain people what goes on during the show.
Give me a tease. Who's going to be your first match we're going to watch?
Let's say somebody coming off Cage. How about that?
Wait a sec. Coming off the top of a cell? You
coming
were there?
Off the top of the cell.
Ringside?
I was there, and I was the first person to be with that person after the fall. Let's just put it that way.
Quite the tease. If you're not a premium member of BTT, I encourage you to do it. You don't want to miss that starting this coming Tuesday. All right, gentlemen, great start. Still to come on the other side. You know what day it is. You know what time it is. Rants. Next. Stadium. Let's go. All right, apparently it doesn't pay well to lose in the first round. 2 years in a row, North Carolina, gentlemen, has announced that Hubert Davis, he gone out as the head coach at North Carolina. Big Tommy, you're going to go outside of the family now, reportedly, because the last 4 have all been North Carolina guys. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I do agree with it. It's about time they move forward. You know what the big rumor is that's going around here in the Northeast?
Who?
Brad Stevens.
Brad
Going to
Stevens, the GM
Yes.
of the Celtics?
Yes.
Wow, we forget. He was great at Butler. Mikey, go. What do you got?
To that point, Tommy, literally as we were going on air, CBS Sports revealed and announced that he has withdrawn his name from consideration. So literally
Wow.
he's living life in Boston. So, thank you, Brad. Thank you.
He's living his best life in Boston.
Yeah.
He picks up a couple players every now and then, kicks back up in the skybox, and gets paid $5 million to do it. Give me that job. Raphael, numbers-wise, who are the favorites right now? You got anybody?
Billy Donovan from the soon-to-be ex-Chicago Bulls, as I'm hearing, is going to be the clear front runner. We made him the front runner. I feel bad for Gonzaga. If Mark Few, if they didn't leave the conference to go to Pac-12 and they would have stayed in WCC, I think he would have been the front runner to be the head coach of North Carolina.
Wow. Man, it's interesting. Do you hire a legend who's a little bit older, or do you hire somebody that can be there for 20 years? That's kind of the decision that a lot of these schools have to make. But we're seeing the Caliparis, the Patinos that are north of 70 still making it far in the tournament. So maybe a Billy Donovan or a Mark Few would be a good choice. Who knows? Brad Stevens. Man, the ultimate. I used to call him Mr. Rogers when he coached all the time. The nicest guy in the world, yelling at the greatest players in the world. It was always nice. All right, gentlemen, speaking of yelling, I hope you're all ready because I am fired up today. I am fired up this week. I'm fired up for everything we're doing every single day. Everybody else is quitting. We're back live. 5 seconds. Let's go.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the first F day. Welcome to the first F day. Pardon me.
Well. So, Tommy and Raphael, you know in baseball they have that thing called a perfect game? Like when there's no mistakes, there's no walks, all that kind of stuff. We have the same thing here at the brand. But do you know one of the things that I enjoy the most my entire week? The thing that I look forward to maybe more than anything else? Can anybody guess? It would be leading to our F Day segment and then running the video after I lead to it with a dissertation that maybe I spent 20 minutes writing this morning, talking about how much Howie Schwab loved March Madness and but no. Mikey just snatched it away from me, just like that. So now it's a one-hitter. But that's all right. One-hitters are good. Look at his face over there. He doesn't even care. He's just like, I'm going to do it my way.
I'm dying inside. I am literally dying inside right now.
Don't die inside. It's okay. I mean, it's like taking cake from a baby. All right. Hello, Dana White. All right, gentlemen. I felt like today on our rants, and for those of you who are new, we do this every single Wednesday. Howie Schwab loved to swear on my voicemail every day he was on because he couldn't figure out the tech. So we love rants. Tommy C., it's opening day. Your Yankees are playing. So I figure it's only appropriate if I get started with you. So, Big Tommy C., one very simple question. What are you ranting on today?
Coach, it's a glorious day today. It's opening day. And do you know opening day is one of the biggest days in baseball history? Of course, we can't wait. It's an even play. Excuse me. It's an even playing field, and my Yankees are playing the Giants. We are on Netflix. I've been a Yankee fan since 1964. That's 62 years, Coach. When I heard Mickey Mantle coming over the PA system, and I saw I'm like, that's my team right then and there. It is just unbelievable how we're going to have baseball now, Coach, from now Just think of this, on TV every day until November, and I love every bit of it. I'm a huge Yankee fan. I think it could be a great year for the Yankees. They have the best pitching staff ever. When everybody comes back healthy by May or June, I think we can run the table here. It's about time we beat the Blue Jays. I know the Red Sox are better, but the Yankees, this got to be their year to help my man Aaron Judge get the ring. My man needs the ring in order to prove how great he is. They said he lost the WBC. Are you kidding me? Give me a break with that. I'm not going there. It's the Yankees. And by the way, Met fans, do you know who Netflix picked to be on their opening show? The New York Yankees. So we still are the big brothers in New York. I love it.
And that's why you do rants on a Rant Wednesday. You can do positives. They don't always have to be negatives. But, Tommy, you missed an incredible opportunity. Oh, you missed an incredible opportunity. Where was the chasing after the ring?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, Tommy.
Yeah,
Come
my bad.
on. You're better than that. You're
Yeah.
better. You're a top shelf host now. Come on. We got to think about these things.
Yes, you're right.
That was a great start, though. All right. My man, Raphael. One very simple question for you. What are you ranting on today?
Coach, take a deep breath. You can smell the fresh cut grass because MLB starts today and tomorrow. Thursday, we have the Sweet 16 men's NCAA tournament. We have the Masters in almost less than 2 weeks. But I turned my TV on Monday, thinking I was going to see some college basketball highlights. And what did I see? Field Yates 2.0 mock draft. Nothing to do with college basketball, nothing to do with Major League Baseball or the Masters. Mock draft 2.0. Mel Kiper's 3.0 comes out next week. What are we doing? How about we support the other sports? I know we go back to the NFL because they're creme of the creme. But come on, people. Let's talk about the Sweet 16. Let's talk about the Masters. Baseball. I don't want to hear about mock draft 10.0 on March 25th.
Did you say creme of the creme?
Yes, I did. Creme of the creme. I need my own dictionary.
You do. You really do. I find it way more entertaining, to be honest with you. I really, really do. All right, Raphael, great job. All right, Mikey P. I honestly have no clue where you're going this morning, but the one thing that I will not tolerate ever here at this brand is one of my guys going against another one of my guys. Or would I? What are you ranting on today?
You know, Coach, in the spirit of March Madness, everyone loves a Cinderella story. And I get it. It's a great movie on Disney. But in sports, what happened to the best playing the best? And I look at the Miami, Ohio Redhawks, and everyone said, well, 31-0, but they suck. And at the same time, everyone's filling out their brackets, and they're like, it would be really cool if High Point went to the Elite Eight. I'm sorry, excuse me? So when a mid-major team has success, they suck. But if you can predict the future and get a 15 seed going all the way, then you're the smartest guy in the room. And now Cinderellas are really cool. We say it in sports all the time. We want the best playing the best. We want the best players competing against the best opponents. In combat sports, we don't want the champion fighting a guy on his first ever fight. We want the best fighting the best. So when I look at the Sweet 16 this weekend, there's an 11 seed. Yeah, they're from the SEC. There's a 9 seed in the Iowa Hawkeyes. Yeah, they're from the Big Ten. I'll take those as my Cinderellas than a mid-major because you guys don't respect mid-majors anyways. So what's the call for Cinderellas when you don't have respect for Cinderella anyway?
Wow. Somewhere DG is just fuming at the mouth because he loves him some Cinderellas. You and DG. Bang, bang, bang. By the way, did anybody see the kid from Iowa who hit the game-winning shot? Did anybody see the story about this kid?
Yeah.
Came over at 16 years old from, I think, a country in South America. His mother had seen him play one time, and they flew her over for that game.
No,
and she was in the first row or second row. Oh, my God. It's just crazy, crazy good. All right, gentlemen, it is my turn. And the one thing that I absolutely despise, and you guys know this, is that in this world of social media where anybody can have a show, anybody can have a platform, everybody thinks they're on the same level. What is one of the things I say the most here at the brand? That there are hashtag levels to this game. This past weekend, as many of you know who watch the show every single day, I got to have 10th row front and center seats because of my friendship with Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias. And they did something that's never been done before. The biggest comedy show of all time, selling out SoFi Stadium. 80,000 large. And it started at 6 o'clock with a guy that was pretty good, then a guy that was a little bit better, then better, then better. They were all their friends. They took care of their friends. But as I'm watching, I was like, everyone's getting a little bit better. Then the show actually started. And it was Jeff Dunham, superstar. Great. And then they kept going. And then you realize there's a reason that these two guys, Fluffy and Joe Coy, were able to sell 80,000 tickets. Because there's levels to this game. Not everybody can go from a little comedy club and then do 80,000 seats. It's just like the argument I got into last night on social media. I try to interact. I try to be a normal guy. But then I quickly realized I haven't been normal for a long time because I'm so much smarter than everybody else. I'm trying to explain what Jake Paul and MVP Promotions is doing at Netflix. But all of these hardcore MMA fans can't get out of their own, oh, that's a horrible fight, or that fight's good. Stop it. Here's what they're doing. They're going to prove they can do an MMA show on Netflix. They're going to pay the fighters more than the UFC does, more than the PFL does. And then all these young cats, the 20, the 21-year-olds, when they look at the different organizations, they're going to say, why would I go there just for those 3 letters when I can go over here? Instead of fighting for 12 and 12, I can fight for 30 and 30 and have a guy that really, truly cares about me as a fighter. You people out there need to understand everything evolves, everything changes. Even entertainment and organizations. Don't stay in the same spot. When I got into TV, podcast didn't exist. Social media didn't exist. Hell, the way cell phones work did not exist. And MVP Productions did not exist. Selling out an 80,000 seat football stadium for a comedy show did not exist. There are hashtag levels to this game. Know what your level is. All right, we've got 2 minutes left. So, Big Tommy, I know you have to go, so I'm going to give you the floor. And I would love for you to cut a promo on Vince Russo, who just texted me, and he says, why is Tommy so arrogant this morning? I don't have time to text him back. I'll let you do it.
Well, Mr. Russo, it comes from you. I'm arrogant just like you. You're a big-time Giant fan, and I'm a huge Yankee fan. And I'm sorry I have to tell you tonight that your team's going down. I mean, Rafael Devers, the guy is not going to do very much. My Judge and the boys are just going to handle you tonight, Mr. Russo. I hate to say it, and I love you as an Italian brother, but you are going down tonight, my friend. And if you have anything to say about that, you have my phone. Text me. I'm ready, baby. Yankees, this is the start of the year chasing the ring. There, I got it in, Coach. Chasing the ring. I'm down for it.
What did you just say? You did what?
Chasing the ring.
No. Before that. You got it in? The what?
Yeah, I got it in.
Those are your words, not mine.
Yeah,
those are your words, not mine.
Because you asked me to get it in. I got it in.
Hey, I guess I did. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the host of The Last Word, Big Tommy C. Say goodbye, everybody. Say goodbye.
Thank you.
We'll
Goodbye,
see him
everybody.
on Monday night, immediately after Monday Night Raw with our girl, Gabby AF. There goes Big Tommy C. There's only one. Gentlemen. All right, let's go to Stadium. Now you... All right, it's a two-hitter now, apparently, here at the brand. Gentlemen, I guess 41 years of age is no big deal anymore in the NFL. We had Tom Brady play past 41. We had Aaron Rodgers, I guess, still playing at the age of 41. But now Joe Flacco, the man who got traded to Cincinnati last year from the Cleveland Browns, apparently he likes it there because he just signed a one-year deal, $6 million up to $9 million with incentives. Clearly, this is a backup number. But, Raphael, what do you make of Flacco wanting to play at least one more year?
I'm looking at the position. He's a quarterback. You can't touch him if you get a flag. You look at him wrong, you get a flag. This is the only position you can play over 40 in the NFL is the QB because you can't touch him, you can't look at him. That's why he's making more money.
It's crazy. You know, Mikey, even though, I mean, the old days, 2 or 3 million is what you got as a backup. Now it's 6 to 15 because they're so important. But last year he had some really big games for the Bengals, and he's got a lot of weapons if he has to step in for Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I think it makes the most sense for the Cincinnati Bengals because Joe Burrow has missed plenty of time. And with the talent that they have on offense and defense, you don't want to just leave it in the hands of a backup just for the sake of having a backup. And when you talk about the money financials, I still remember Tyson Bagent 2 years ago or a year ago getting mocked because he was crying for making $10 million over 2 years. I mean, the status quo, backups are getting paid more because they mean more in today's football. So it's a great move by the Bengals. They want to stay consistent.
By the way, we got 40 seconds here. Can we get the poo-poo face off, please? It's not a big deal. It's a show. It's entertainment. Stop taking it so freaking serious. Can we do that, please?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm great.
No.
I'm great.
Oh, good. I'm great. I know you.
Doing fantastic, Coach.
Let it go. I'm so appreciative of you producing today, okay?
I'm good.
It's not a big deal. Okay. All right, it's time to talk March Madness. No transitions here. We don't have to hit anything. All right, we're back live in 5 seconds. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're just past the bottom of the hour if you're watching us live. It's 10:32 in the East. It is 7:32 in the West. And we're so thankful that you start your day with us because when you get out of bed, sometimes you get a little lethargic. Do I really want to? Yes, attack the day because that's exactly what we do. So do not forget, in addition to this show, we also have the 2 Count on demand. We have the Coach and Bro Show on demand. And tomorrow, it's our 2 hours of domination at the Stadium Network from 11 to 12 right after this show. The Coach and Bro Show, episode 2 of the week with me and Vinny Ruru, who Big Tommy C just cut potentially the worst promo I've ever seen from Big Tommy C. But we're going to let that go. All right, gentlemen, it's time to play our favorite game of thumbs up or thumbs down. Friday's games, we've got some absolute legends. And when you talk about March Madness, and Mikey P, you just cut a great rant on March Madness. It's always been about the star coaches and their teams, not the other way around. I would dare say that most fans can't name one star player in college basketball right now. But the ratings are at an all-time high. People are loving this. So these 4 matchups on Friday, So here is the question. Thumbs up or thumbs down, does the favorite cover in each game? So, Raphael, I'm going to start with you. Mikey P, you piggyback, and I will go last, okay? All right. So, game number 1. You can't get any more star power than this. You got a great legendary coach and a great legendary program and a coach legendary in the making. St. John's and Rick Pitino, 72 years old and back at the top of the game, taking on Duke and John Shire, who played at Duke all those years ago. So Duke, the number 1 seed, who was down by 13 to Siena in their first round, they kind of picked up the pace in their second game. So they are favored by 6.5. Raphael, thumbs up, thumbs down. Duke covers the 6.5.
They do cover, and I wish I can say St. John's would win this game, but boy, do I want to see Duke play either Michigan State or UConn in the next round. But St. John's, last 10 games in the tournament, they've only covered 2 games.
Wow. Hello. Oh, okay.
I was building the anticipation.
Oh, you're building up the drama.
Because
My
you know,
bad.
Raphael, you say you want to say that St. John's can win the game. Then say it, because I'm going to say it. I'm going to sit on my business. St. John's can win this game. I think this is the kind of team where if you're not prepared, Siena somewhat, they didn't slap Duke in the mouth, right? Or they didn't punch Duke in the mouth. They slapped him. St. John's will punch Duke in the mouth. And when Pitino gets fired up, I wouldn't want to go up against any other coach in college basketball if a fired up Rick Pitino is bought in on this team. And I think he's bought in. I think St. John's wins this game.
I'm going to agree with you, Mikey. I'm going to go thumbs down. This is going to be a very, very tight game. We're talking about a St. John's team that beat UConn, and they won the Big East tournament. They just beat Kansas in a very, very tight game by 2. Rick Pitino is old school, baby. Remember in the halftime speech this season where he's like, where did you grow up? Where are you guys at? What are we doing? That's the kind of coach that I want in the Sweet 16. It takes backbone. It takes guts. And St. John's has guts. Raphael, do you want to change your thumb?
Nope, the favorites have been dominating since Friday in that tournament.
Standing on business. I like it. Now, you already teased the next 2 teams. Same regional, same legendary situation. Great coach over here, Tom Izzo, who hates the way college basketball is run right now. UConn, Dan Hurley, a legend in the making, but UConn has become one of the top 2 or 3, if not the top program in the country. So the number is tight. It's 2. Raphael, thumbs up, thumbs down. UConn covers the 2.
They don't cover the 2 because I am never going against Izzo. He could be playing the Thunder in this game, and I'm still taking Izzo and Michigan State. You just don't bet against Tom Izzo in March. It's proved me wrong. It's like betting Tom Brady when he was winning Super Bowls in New England. You just don't do it. Izzo, Izzo, Izzo.
Izzo to the Hizzo. Or to the pay window, whichever you want to do. I'm with Raphael. I believe the Spartans win this game. We've mentioned it throughout this tournament. Star coaches matter, and I take nothing away from Hurley. But resume for resume, at this point in the tournament, I'm going Tom Izzo all day long.
You young whippersnapper. We're going thumbs up. When UConn gets to the tournament, what does Dan Hurley do? He simply wins. That's all he does. You can talk about Tom Izzo all you want from 20 years ago. How many national championships does Tom Izzo have? Anybody know? 1. All of these years, all of the big wins, he has 1, which means at some point leading up to the Final Four, he, say it with me, kids, loses. And that's exactly what's going to happen Friday night. UConn. They win by 6, maybe 7. I don't know. Game number 3. What's that?
You're forgetting the secret weapon. And I would never call a player dirty. But Jeremy Fears has a reputation. And if the game gets a little scrappy for Michigan State, Jeremy Fears might just dive a little too hard. I'm just saying he's been known to do it.
It won't matter when they're down 15. All right, game number 3. And I watch a lot of, admittedly, Barstool content. Can say what you want about what they do. They have figured out how to get multiple deals from multiple platforms all at the same time. So I respect that. They have this bet going on with this next game, Alabama and Michigan. And the number is 10. And as you know, Dave Portnoy is a Michigan grad, alumni, helped pay for the quarterback, $10 million. And then he's got an employee that's an Alabama fan. So the bet is if Alabama wins, this employee gets to double his salary and sign a 10-year contract at Barstool. Pretty good. If Michigan wins, then Dave gets something where that particular employee has to do a show with the guy he despises the most in the world, which I will tune in for that as well. So it's kind of a win-win. Raphael, thumbs up, thumbs down. Michigan covers double digits?
Thumbs up they do, because their defense will slow down the three ball of Alabama. Michigan's very big up front, so I think they'll be able to guard the three ball. And we all know Alabama is the Boston Celtics of college basketball. All they do is shoot threes, so they're either going to live by the three or die by the three, and Michigan will make them die by the three.
Thumbs up, but I'm still perplexed at you ever comparing Alabama to the Boston Celtics. At least Boston Celtics win championships, Raphael. Michigan, I thought they would struggle or at least have a tough test against St. Louis. They did not, and that pretty much told me all I needed to know about this Wolverines team. They're not only the best team in the country. Right now, for my money, they are the odds-on favorite to go in and win the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Thumbs up. Right now, they're not going to play a close game. I don't think probably till the very last game. They are so dominant. They are so good. And Alabama, remember, they're missing one of their top two players who got arrested on some type of a drug charge. I'm not quite sure what the story is. It hasn't really come out yet. But the bottom line is he's not playing. And so Alabama has played well without him to this point, but they haven't played Michigan to this point. Game number 4 on Friday night. And this one is SEC against the Big 12. Tennessee against Iowa State. And Iowa State, they are the 2 seed in this particular region. So the number is 4. Raphael, thumbs up, thumbs down. The Cyclones cover the 4.
Thumbs down. And I'm going to give you 2 reasons why Tennessee wins this game. Nate Emmett and Jacoby Gillespie. Those are the reason why Tennessee wins this game. Those 2 are dogs. Those 2 are playing some of the best basketball for Tennessee. And Tennessee is healthy right now. That's why they advance.
Thumbs up. Iowa State is one of the more impressive teams throughout this tournament, and I'm a little sour grapes bitter towards Tennessee for ruining my weekend last weekend. So let's go Iowa State.
Wow. You said bitter. What was the other word you used last
Sour
weekend?
grapes.
Oh, you used a couple of the words I was going to use for my handicapping reason for taking Tennessee, because my ex-wife went to Iowa State. She's a Cyclone. So there's no way in hell I'm ever picking them to cover the 4-point spread. But you used the words, Mikey. I didn't. So I can't be accused of saying anything but positive things about the mother of my... Are you interrupting my flow with my ex-wife? Oh, I believe that you are. What would you like to say, Mikey?
I would just like to change my pick. Go Vols.
So you thought that was worth it? I was in a flow. I was getting ready to compliment the mother of my children. She's an amazing mom. Does a lot of great things. But she still went to Iowa State. So we're not picking them to cover at all. All right. Gentlemen, those are 4 games on Friday night. We have 4 games on Thursday. Raphael, I was thinking maybe tomorrow we dive into some of the odds that you've been working on there over at your day job. What are a couple of the things that you guys, the direction you went in, that people can play?
I think a lot of direction we went through is this is the most 100 points scored in the NCAA tournaments, I think, since 1989. I think 9 games, 2 teams have scored over 100 points. So I think we're going to do a lot of totals of who's going to have the most points scored in a game, what team's going to have the most points. We're driving through a lot of overs with our prop bets.
Will they be ready for tomorrow's show? Can we do them tomorrow?
They are ready. They're ready out. I'll email you again with them.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. That'll be exciting. All right, so tomorrow we're going to do totals for teams and who we think is going to score a lot. Because it's very interesting, guys, when you think about totals and points when you get to the Sweet 16. I mentioned it on Tuesday. A lot of these games they put in domes because they can make more money. I've always said that Sweet 16 and the national championship should be played in an arena where you hold like 20,000. I don't need 60. I don't need 65, but they want to do it because they want to make money. And it usually takes away from the shooting. So be very, very careful. And we'll have, go ahead, Raphael. You got 10 seconds.
Perfect example, Michigan game is playing in United Center. The total's 175.
There you go. And that's an arena. Boom. All right, coming up on the other side, Ja Morant, he gone. After only 20 games, is he the biggest bust? We'll discuss. Also, we lock in 11 big plays. This is Coach and Company live on the Stadium Network. All right, boys, you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. That when one player who should win an award doesn't because of injury, well, you knew it was coming. So the NBA Players Union has now requested that the NBA stop the 65 game rule where a player has to play in at least 65 games in order to be eligible for certain awards. Cade Cunningham is out for the Detroit Pistons. I think we all can agree he should be the MVP, but now it could go to Wemby. Raphael, do you think ultimately they'll take this rule out?
I think they bump it to 70. I don't think they take it out because then we'll see the load management injury report, the Kawhi Leonard conspiracy all over again. I think they bump it up to 70, but I feel bad for Cade Cunningham. He should be the MVP.
You think they're going to go up instead of going down? Wow.
I think they go
Mikey
up.
P, do you agree with that?
No, I think they go down. I think you're going to look at possibly 50. Listen, here's the thing. You can make the case for Cade Cunningham, but I can make just as strong of a case for Victor Wembanyama, Jaylen Brown. There are other candidates that are very worthy, but could you imagine decreasing it by 15 games and now you're including the likes of Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic and some of these other guys? Like, I'd rather have a much contested MVP race than limiting it to whoever played 65 games.
I wonder if they would ever think about guys doing it for specific awards where the MVP is its own thing and you just vote on who had the best year regardless. And then if you want to go defensive player of the year or comeback player of the year or sixth man of the year, that could be a 65 game award. And I think that might be a healthy compromise because we're punishing Cade Cunningham for an injury that he had no control over. And he's played amazing. Detroit's the number 1 seed. They're the team to beat in the East. And now he can't, a lot of guys have incentives, $250,000, $500,000. There's a lot of things out there. So it'll be an interesting debate, but certainly they'll at least look at it, I think, in the offseason. All right, it's time to wrap things up. Final segment. We're back live on the Stadium Network in 5 seconds. NBA Showcase. You can roll that one, Mikey. Or not. Welcome back, everybody. It's Coach and Company here on Stadium. We're going to have Lock It In here in about 5 minutes. But, gentlemen, we had one big story coming out overnight. We're not going to do the transition, Mikey, by the way. Ja Morant, who when he came out of, what school did he go to? Murray State. He was a can't miss, a kid that didn't get drafted out of high school. All of a sudden, he's going to be a future Hall of Famer as a point guard. And then he can't get out of his own way, but not before he got his bag, his $40+ million a year, which is part of the reason that when the Memphis Grizzlies decided this year, guys, let's trade him. He's an issue. He had the issues with the gun and all of the stuff instead of focusing on his NBA All-Star career. So now, after just 20 games played this year, Mikey, I'm going to start with you. He is out with an elbow injury, and at the same time, no teams, and I mean no teams, want to trade for him. Is he the biggest bust in the last 20 years?
I'm not ready to call him that, but I will look at his draft class. That draft class of 2019, the only player really worth mentioning in the top 5 is the guy who was selected 5, and that was Darius Garland, and he just got traded to the Los Angeles Clippers. The other 4 names, Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, R.J. Barrett, and DeAndre Hunter. You look at the entire class that Zion and Ja came out of, terrible. Tyler Herro's the only recognizable name. And one other note, Coach, I saw it on Bleacher Report. I wish I could give the young lady credit. Pointing out that undersized scoring guards in the NBA are a dying breed. And that's why you see Ja Morant's value go down. Teams like the Knicks have to surround Jalen Brunson with defensive talent. So I think it's the NBA is hurting Ja Morant as he is hurting himself as well.
Very interesting point. Very interesting point. Raphael, let me come over to you. Is he the biggest bust in your mind in the last 20?
No, Coach, where were you at 2013? I know where I was at in 2013. I watched the Cleveland Cavaliers draft Anthony Bennett from UNLV. He is the biggest bust in the last 20 years in the NBA because what a wasted pick.
Wow, Raphael. Just throwing strays out. Straight right here. Did I not just mention my ex-wife in Iowa State? I got divorced in 2013. What are we doing? What are we bringing up these years for? It hurts me right here. With that being said, I think you're correct. I think he was the biggest bust in the NBA draft in the last 20 years. Now, for Ja Morant, it's unbelievably sad. Now, he's got his money, he got his bag, and this is the problem that NBA teams run into. You got to pay these top-level talents because when he's healthy, Mikey, when he's good, some of the dunks that he's had are highlight reel all-time level. So we know what he has inside of him. But the problem is, off the court, he couldn't stay out of trouble. And then you have a bad attitude on top of it, and he knew that they weren't going to get rid of him because he's making over $40 million a year. So what does Memphis do moving forward?
They just eat the money at this point. It's just an ego problem for Ja Morant. And that's why a change of scenery will help everyone. You talk about the highlight dunks. I think if Ja Morant gets this through his head, maybe he'll evolve as an NBA player. The off-the-court stuff is going to take a lot longer. Dunks are still only worth 2 points, Ja Morant. And your NBA franchise, your fan base, and teams around the league will respect your game a lot more if you're more than just one highlight play a night. And that seems to be where his ego is on the court, that you can jump higher than everyone so you're a star player. No. Lead your team to victory.
I wonder if, Raphael, bring us home on this, if this is going to affect other players moving forward where teams are a little bit hesitant to give out a big 5-year, $200 million deal if a guy has even the slightest bit of character issues.
Oh, yeah. I think social media and character issues will be huge when they're starting to give out these draft picks. We do it for big companies. They do deep dives on your social media. Why doesn't the NBA and other sports do the same thing?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. All right, gentlemen, well done on Ja Morant. It is now that time. 5-3 yesterday. Can we have 2 winning days in a row? Can we have 2 spins of the Coach and Brolette wheel on Thursday? That remains to be seen. But right here, right now, let's lock it in. All right, 10 seconds or less, just 1 or 2 nuggets is all that I need. And my God, Raphael, upper left, start us off.
We're going to the NIT. Give me Nevada. Team total over 72.5. The Mountain West cashed for us yesterday. It's going to cash for us today. Give me the Wolfpack. And then in the NBA, give me the Bucks Blazers. Both teams to score 107.5 for plus 120. Defense will be nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found. And Big Tommy C, just 1 play today, and he's going with his Yankees. On the money line, minus 123. They're on the road in San Francisco. Just 1 game tonight. And then tomorrow on a Thursday, count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All of them are playing tomorrow. So tonight, it's all about Big Tommy and the Yankees getting off the schneid at the start of the season. And you're going to have to pay if you want to see this game because it is live on Netflix. Mikey P, you're up.
Going to that game tonight, got 3 plays here. Aaron Judge, 2 or more total bases. All the guy needs to do is hit a home run. He's pretty well known to do that. And then Max Fried on the mound for the Yankees, one of the best pitchers in the American League, over 5.5 strikeouts. That Giants lineup does not scare me at all. And then F5, we're taking the Yankees first 5 on the money line. I believe this game is out of hand by the 3rd inning.
All right, now I got 5 plays, and I think we're going to have to adjust our number, and I'll tell you why in a second. So I've got 3 plays in the NBA tonight. We're going to go with the Thunder on the money line, minus 140. A little juicy, but you know sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze. They're on the road in Boston. I think they beat the C's on the court. I don't want to mess with the points whatsoever. Then Wizards and the Jazz over 240.5. The Wizards have just been lighting up the scoreboard and losing. The Jazz, the same thing. You put them together. This is an over layup, if I ever saw one. This will sail into the 250s. Then the Lakers, they continue their road trip in Indiana. Luka, I think he's going to have somewhat of a night off. So let's go to Austin Reeves, over 23.5 points, minus 109. Then for all you golf fans out there, I got 2 tournament picks for the Texas Children's Open. I believe they change it every single year. But Scotty Scheffler is out, but I love these two names. Pearson Coody, plus 103 over Rasmus Højgaard. Pearson Coody went to the University of Texas. This is a home game. A lot of support for him. And Gary Woodland, minus 125 over JT Poston. Poston not playing great in 2026. Woodland, I think, got a lot off of his chest a week ago, and I think he plays really, really well this week in Houston with the Masters right on the other side. Real quick, guys, Tiger Woods did play last night in the finals of the TGL, and he was asked about the Masters afterwards, and he said, I will be there regardless. He goes for the dinner. He's got a par 3 that he's opening his own company. But do you think, Rafael, we'll see Tiger Woods actually tee it up at the Masters?
I don't. I mean, he looked like he was in a lot of pain. And what I've been hearing, that he's in more pain when he's doing putts, not when he's doing drives. He's bending down and doing putts and stuff like that. And you have to walk. I don't see it.
It's the walking part, Mikey, I think, that will ultimately get him. If you've never been there, it is so hilly that you really can't see it on TV.
Coach, I just turned 34. It hurts to walk to the kitchen, so Tiger Woods gets a pass on my end.
Well, it was great to see him last night. A lot more money, $21 million purse for TGL. So don't think it was just like some guys playing on a Monday and a Tuesday. $9 million to the winners last night. Gentlemen, well done. Mikey, great job on the ones and the twos today. So give me that one shot. Is all time for you guys to go out into the world, for you to pay it forward. Be kind to one another. And by the way, we only have 9 that could cash tomorrow. So we're going to say 6 and 3 gets the job done. In the meantime, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My entire team, Limbo, my man Rafael, Big Tommy C, and, of course, Mikey P. Yeoman's work in front of the camera and behind. I am simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track we grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about every single day, even F days. This is Coaching Company, live on the Stadium Network. See you tomorrow.